they come back up maybe about 10 minutes later with my ID and all that. And they like, hey, can you step outside? You know, we want to make sure we give you your ID. They're trying to trick me. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we want to make sure we give you your ID, this, that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I ain't coming outside, but you can hand it through the door. So as they're handing it through the door and I go to grab it, they grab me. These folks grab me, fool. They grab me and they're yanking me outside the door. You know everybody, you know my whole family.
The whole team.
God.
100.
100.
Double salute. Wildlife 100.
Wildlife 100.
I've been in the trap every day, I don't get much sleep.
Wildlife 100.
Something so real, so real, you can feel it in your knees. I need something like you, do you need someone like me?
What's moving, everybody? Hey, look, y'all already know what time it is, man. Today I got another crazy story for y'all, man. But before I start the story, like always, you know, I want to thank everybody who been locked in, who been listening to the music, who been listening to the stories, commenting, subscribing, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's really been love, you know what I mean? But look, check it. Today, y'all see the caption. You feel me? This is about the time when I was arrested in front of my daughter. Slick, it's a slick, sad story, but at the same time, it's not too bad because, you know, I'm just finna get into it, right? So look, check it, right? Me and my baby mama, we used to stay in the project, right? If you from Atlanta or Decatur or East Atlanta or anything like that, then you know about a complex called Hidden Villas. It used to be called Hidden Villas. It was an old Spanish trace. You feel me? It's right off County Road. So check it. We was standing in a little project. It just so happened to be like my second apartment or something like that. You know, I was dying bad. I was really just trying to get me and my people in somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So we moved into a complex called Hidden Villas, the old Spanish trace. And it was cool at first. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if y'all watch my content, this is the same apartment when my brother did the seance in and the roof literally started caving in and things like that. Listen, if you ain't seen that video, y'all go check that video out right now. Because if you didn't believe in spells and seances and all that, I promise you, you're going to believe in it after that. Because me personally, I wasn't too much of a believer in spells and things like that until I actually witnessed it for myself. I actually felt the energy and all that like that. You know what I'm saying? But look, check it, right? So, it was me, my baby mama, and my little one. We all stand in this apartment. We in the projects. And y'all know how it be. You hearing gunshots every night. You hearing fussing upstairs, downstairs, all type of stuff. You know, it's not the most homey place. The projects ain't. You can make it feel like home for the most part, like when you inside of your house. But really, it's like it's not like the most homey place. You get what I'm saying? Like, at least not for me. You know, it may feel like home to a lot of other people, but I was ready to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So listen, due to the conditions, of course, y'all know that can make young people disgruntled. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going through project stuff every day. You know what I'm saying? The leasing office lady, she's stealing rent. The mail office lady, she's stealing packages. Folks fighting all up and down the street. You know, it's shootouts right across the street from our balcony. I was doing an interview one time, and as soon as the interview concluded, we was on my balcony. As soon as the interview concluded, somebody, baby mama, pulled out a shotty and let loose on her baby daddy, bro. Like right on the street that we were doing the interview on. It was across the street from where we were doing the interview on. We sat there and watched the whole thing. It was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But back to the story. So being that our conditions were strenuous and things like that, you know, we'll get mad, you know, and sometimes we'll misplace that anger on each other. You know what I mean? With, you know, fussing, you know, baby mama, baby daddy drama, you know, all that. You feel me? So one day we were fussing. We were going back and forth. I don't even remember what we were going back and forth about. It really wasn't nothing, but this was like the first time I actually raised my voice to my baby mama. Like, first time ever. I raised my voice, and I guess I yelled too loud. You know what I'm saying? The neighbors, they ended up calling the police. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy because all the neighbors that we knew at the time, was ghetto. You feel me? Like, y'all wouldn't have wanted us to call the police on y'all. All the records y'all be making, all the, you know, fighting and all that. It was a junkie that stayed downstairs from us. You know what I'm saying? He used to do in his house. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't never called the police on nobody or anything like that. So I really felt that was kind of strange. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think, cause it was some white people that moved in across the hall from us, I do think they probably was a culprit. You know, cause we didn't know who they were like that. They had just moved in. You know, I guess they didn't know where they was at. You know what I'm saying? So, moral of the story: one of the neighbors called the police. So the police come knocking on the door, and of course we got quiet instantly. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shh. You know what I'm saying? She like, shh. You know, somebody knocking at the door. So I peeked out the blinds to see, you know, if somebody was parked outside. And I see 2 squad cars. You feel me? So I can only guess that, alright, these folks is knocking at my door for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done caused a disturbance or something. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like, man, it is what it is. You feel me? I'm on probation. You know, if y'all watch my content, then y'all know I was on probation for an armed robbery back in the day. Somebody got hit. You know, it was a whole situation. Y'all gotta go see that. Y'all gotta go look at that video too. You feel me? Because when it was time to go to court, I ended up making the judge cry and all that. Like, shit, I just kept it too real with her, you know. But so what happened was he knocked on the door. Before I opened the door, I asked him like, who is it? You know, and he like, it's the DeKalb County Police. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I answered the door. I cracked it a little bit. He was like, hey, you know, y'all neighbors is calling. You know, we just trying to check and see if everything all right. You feel me? Like, they said, you know, it was a domestic dispute going on. You feel me? We trying to make sure, you know, both of y'all good. So I'm like, yeah, we good, bro. Go ahead on about your business. You feel me? I had that type of attitude, which I probably shouldn't. You know, and I'm going to get to that right now. So, look, he like, nah, we can't just leave. You know, we got to see everybody, make sure everybody's straight. So I called out to my baby mama. I'm like, you good? She like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, y'all can go. So he like, nah, see, you a little too amped up. And this is why, listen, if the police ever come to y'all house, man, don't ever answer the door hype. Don't ever answer the door angry, irritated, or anything like that, you know, because they trained in psychology to an extent. They're going to feed off of that. You get what I'm saying? So because I was a little irate, they like, nah, we ain't leaving. We need y'all information. You know what I'm saying? At least we need your name and ID or something. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, here, you got it. Now get out my face. You feel me? I gave him my identification because I'm thinking, you know, yeah, I'm on probation, but I've been doing, well, I ain't really been doing everything I was supposed to do, but I overpaid my probation. You know what I'm saying? Even though I ain't talked to my probation officer in about a year and things like that, I'm thinking I'm in the clear. You feel me? I only got however long left on probation. I'm gonna get to that too. I only got however long left on probation. You know, I'm thinking I'm good. You know, I'm not thinking anything is gonna come back. So they come back up maybe about 10 minutes later with my ID and all that, and they like, hey, can you step outside? You know, we want to make sure we give you your ID. They're trying to trick me. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we want to make sure we give you your ID, this, that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I ain't coming outside, but you can hand it through the door. So as they're handing it through the door and I go to grab it, they grab me. These folks grab me, fool. They grab me and they're yanking me outside the door. Now I'm like, what is going on? You feel me? I know I ain't got no warrants or anything like that. Y'all can't just be here for doing all this for no domestic dispute. And Shawty just said she was straight. Ain't nobody got no scratches, no marks. You know, we wasn't doing nothing but yelling. You get what I'm saying? Like, this the project. We should at least be able to get away with yelling. You know what I mean? Come on now. You feel me? Everybody yelling around here. Everybody mad. You get what I'm saying? We don't want to be here. You feel me? So they get to yanking me out the door. And as they yanking me out the door, of course, my baby mama in baby mama fashion, she like, no, what are y'all doing? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? As she's supposed to. She coming to a player rescue. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? She coming to my rescue and all that. You know what I mean? She tried to leave. She tried to leave my daughter in the house, you know, because she didn't want her seeing all that. But of course, you know, it happened so quick. My baby mama, she get to running outside, running after the police, and my daughter followed her. You know, so they walked me down to the car, and now my baby mama and my daughter is following me, basically watching them put me in the car. So I'm like, listen, fool, before y'all put me in, and this my daughter first time seeing anything like this and anything. Mind you, she been in the hood for about a year or two at this point now. You know, so she hearing gunshots, she hearing all type of, she seeing a lot, you know, but she ain't, this her first time ever seeing me, and her last time ever seeing me get locked up, you know, because I'm not no jailbird. You feel what I'm saying? Like, honestly, y'all, I got locked up 3 times for the same case. Straight up. That's how long I was fighting the same case. You know what I mean? I got locked up 3 times for the same case. You know, you ain't gonna see no other charges on me except for public affray, you know, fighting after school. And that's a whole nother story. I gotta tell y'all about that too. Fighting after school, I got caught up at the Hardee's, man. Fighting for my cousin. I ain't even supposed to be fighting, bro. I ain't even supposed to be staying out there. My mama locked up. I done moved with my cousin to stay in Alpharetta for a little second, and now I'm out here fighting. You feel me? But that's a whole nother story. Y'all drop a comment on that if y'all want to know about that story. But so we get down to the squad car, and before they start putting me in the squad car, I'm looking at my daughter, and she looking at me. I ain't gonna cap. She kept it G. She kept it real gangster. Like but I don't teach my baby Phil. I don't teach my daughter sadness or things like that. You know, I teach her tough. You know, I teach her how to maneuver through these feelings that she have. I teach her how to communicate so I can help her maneuver through sadness, anger, and all these things like that, you know? So she was really just watching me, observing. Like, you know how you can look at somebody just take in all the information? You know, that's the vibe that she was giving me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm telling her, like, listen, it's gonna be alright, you feel me? Everything cool, you know? Officer, do me one favor. Take my necklace off and give it to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ain't gonna cap. The officer was real enough to do that. He took my necklace off and he gave it to my baby mama. My baby mama put it around my daughter's neck, you know, and that kind of put a smile on her face. I ain't gonna lie, but she watched the whole time as they took me in and was driving me off. Now look, this the crazy part, right? I get to booking and I found out it's a probation violation, right? A probation violation. Mind you, alright, so in the cab, at that time, they were going through some changes, right? So, I knew this. So, you know how you gotta pay monthly all the time? I ended up paying them so much money because I didn't know if my probation officer was gonna change, if I could get off early because they were going through some of these changes and stuff like that. I ended up paying them so much money that I overpaid them, right? So I'm thinking I'm good. And on top of that, my probation officer, he hit me one day and he was like, listen, you finna have a new probation officer. You know, they gonna hit you with the information soon. You know, so just be ready for that. So I'm like, all right. A whole year go by. I ain't heard nothing from no probation officer. Nothing. You feel me? Nothing at all. So eventually they put a warrant out for my arrest because what was told to me after the fact was yeah, they were going through changes in the DeKalb County system, you know, with probation officers and stuff like that, but they just got everything situated maybe a month before I ended up getting locked up, right? They just got everything situated, and instead of calling me, these folks pulled up to an old address that I was staying at and I wasn't there. You feel me? So when I wasn't there, they just put the warrant out for my arrest and let that be that. You feel me? Mind y'all, this whole time, after when they came and picked me up and I got locked up, I only had 7 more days left of probation. Only 7 days. And then look, check it. This the even crazier part, right? I get locked up 3 or 4 days before one of my biggest shows of my career at that time. Right? I had just caught an investor, right? And he started putting money into my craft, and he knew certain people. So in 3 days after I got locked up, I was scheduled to do a show at Magic City. Big Tigger was gonna be there. Greg Street was gonna be there. A lot of the newer, bigger artists was gonna be there. You know, and I was opening up. It was supposed to be a big situation. You know, they were basically introducing me to a bigger part of the city. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all know anything about music promotion or how you know rollouts go, you know that's what you do. You drop a song. You create marketing around the song. You move around in the city. You let everybody know this is what you got going on, and you just build from there. You get what I'm saying? So my investor at the time, he had it set up where I was gonna be in a nice room with a lot of big people, and I was gonna get to perform my music. You know, it was just a dope situation. It wasn't a showcase type situation. You know, I was literally performing for the stars, for the celebrities in the city. And here I am in jail, fool. You feel me? In jail for the same thing, for something I done already did time for. You get what I'm saying? These folk want to lock me up for probation. And then on top of that, it's 7 days before I get off of probation, bruh. 7 days, like y'all, like come on, man. The timing of that was so off, you know. But what ended up happening was my investor, he got in touch with a lawyer that he knew that was down. He was from Jersey. You know, shout out to Pee Wee. You know what I'm saying? He was from Jersey, but he knew lawyers and stuff like that in Atlanta. So he ended up hiring a lawyer for like $1,000. He didn't even want much. Like $1,000, because it was a weak case. It was a weak situation. $1,000. And the guy, he poked certain loopholes in DeKalb County, their probation office. He poked a lot of holes in their stories and loopholes and all that within 3-4 days. You get what I'm saying? So I actually ended up getting out a day or two after my biggest show. Missed the whole thing, you feel me? But I had my freedom though, so it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have to spend the whole 7 days. I probably spent about 5 or 6. You know what I mean? But I ain't spend the whole weekend there, so that was a blessing. You know what I mean? But I got home. And of course, my little one, she was happy to see me and all that. You know, it was just a dope situation when I got home. Me and my baby mama, we had a better understanding because we ain't never been through nothing like that before either. We not even thinking, you know, the police would even come to the house just because we yelling. You know what I'm saying? But she grew from that, I grew from that, and we pretty much moved on. You know what I'm saying? As far as the show went, that was a missed opportunity for sure. But my investor, he kept rocking with us, you know, and we had more shows. We did more radio appearances. You know, we ended up hitting the radio maybe a month after that. You know, we just really started moving. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a crazy situation, and it was the worst timing in the world. You feel me? But you know, everything happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is a loss. It's all a learning lesson. You know, and if you go about life like that, then you'll never really lose. You get what I'm saying? But look, y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. You feel me? And until next time, 100.